All right, Tom. Could you have actually planned this any better? That the crowds are coming back and Buddy Franklin's returning after 19 months on the sideline.
You'd love to say that there was planning to it, but no, it's fantastic. There are a few tailwinds, obviously. The last meaningful game with crowds was round 23 back in 2019, Buddy's last game, ironically. As someone told me the other day, he's had 2 kids since then, so it's been a while. But no, it's fantastic. Clearly, we can't wait to roll out the red carpet for the fans to come back in. If you want to come to the footy, you can come. The reality is restrictions won't impact that. So to have Lance back is huge for our young squad, and great for the team to have the really solid and positive start on the weekend against the Brisbane Lions. So no, it's going to be a great day. The weather's beautiful up here in Sydney, and looking forward to it.
I know you played in a lot of big games, but will the hair stand up on the back of your neck walking around this precinct? Because it's pretty a real buzz on match days.
Yeah, it really is, and our fans in particular, our members, have been so loyal. We literally couldn't have survived the season without them last year, and our membership team have been working overdrive on the phones for the past couple of weeks. It will be a bit different coming to the football now. Obviously everything's digital, so digital tickets and digital membership cards and the like, and I just encourage everyone to come. You'll see all the staff in high-vis vests out on Driver Avenue here, and just get into the SCG and enjoy it. Just enjoy being back at the footy with your family and your friends, and enjoy seeing the boys run around on the weekend. And there are a few new faces that get excited about as well. So it's I'm going to enjoy that trip to the football tomorrow morning.
How many fans are you expecting?
I would love to get 30,000. We're a club that has had an average crowd pre-COVID of 32,000, and there are some differences to operating and I guess fulfilling a crowd under these COVID environment, but certainly from a redemption point of view with members and ticket sales, it's looking strong. At the same token, I'd really urge, if you haven't organised or redeemed your membership, or you haven't pre-purchased your ticket, do so now, and we're certainly open for business. So if we could get a crowd like that, it'd be terrific.
How much can you equate the Buddy factor to? What does it normally equate to, I guess, people rolling up knowing that he's going to be playing?
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly generated a bit of buzz this week, which is obviously really clear. And I think the thing that to remember about Lance is he was recruited to contribute on the field, which he's done for a long period of time, but he's obviously one of our fans' favourite players, and I guess one of the upsides of him not playing the past couple of years is we've introduced new players and hopefully some new fan favourites as well. But look, he's been an icon of the game. He's 34. It'd be fair to say the end's closer to than he is to the start of his career, and not just Swans fans. He's good for footy. I was listening to a radio station this morning, and they said, "What are you looking forward to most this week in the footy?" And they said, "Buddy's back." And that was a Melbourne radio station. So, look, he's obviously a huge figure at our club, and just can't wait to see him work his craft with our young forwards on Saturday.
Is he ready? I mean, can we expect him to be the old Buddy out there tomorrow?
Oh, look, he's certainly done the work. John Longmire was really clear when asked throughout the pre-season when he'll play, and his answer was he'll play when he's ready. And he's clearly not a player that you take any shortcuts with. So he's done a mountain of work through the summer. It actually started halfway through last year in the hub in Perth when he was ruled out for the season. So he's done that work. He's these days with training, certainly different to my days. It's GPS loaded, and you can do the best you can to I guess try to replicate a game. So he's hit all of those metrics, and if you ask him, he was ready to play a couple of weeks ago. So no, we're very confident that he's ready to go.
At the 1,000 goal mark, he's really the only one probably who will be able to do it ever. It would be great if he got there. Did you doubt that at times, because he's been out for so long, that may not be within reach? Because it seemed like it was going to be a formality at the end of 2019.
It might be the old defender in me. I haven't thought a lot about it. But it was brought to my attention that he's very close, and look, it would be great for the Swans fans back in the 90s and early 2000s when Tony Lockett kicks the record goal, and we've had some iconic moments here at the SCG, and Lance's 300th a couple of years ago when he kicked 4 goals. That was a really great feeling. So if he can do it, fantastic. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But I'd just love to see him get on the park consistently in the twilight of his career.
I think we can all see the excitement amongst the young talent that you've been able to blood, as you mentioned. That was realised on the weekend. Do you readjust your expectations at all? Because that was a huge win over a side that played in the preliminary final last year.
Yeah, look, we're not putting ceilings on expectations by any stretch. We've got a pretty basic mantra that we just want to be better tomorrow than we were today, and that's across the whole club. I think with young teams, and I think everyone acknowledges that we have not just a young team, but we've got young players playing really key roles, and that's not just the three kids on the weekend. It's Tom McCartan, it's playing centre half back as a 21-year-old. It's Nick Blakey out on a wing, James Rowbottom in the middle. So there are, I guess, 2, 3, 4 and 5 year players in that mix as well. And I do just think it's about continual improvement. The other thing with teams that are developing, transitioning, whatever you want to say, is you're bound to have fluctuations in form. But it was exciting, certainly for our fans, to see a few new faces bobbing up and playing pretty crucial roles against a really high-quality team against the Lions last weekend.
Gil McLaughlin, I know, has been talking about, it was raised by Andrew Brittam, the idea of the COLA for the assistant coaches. How are the discussions progressing there?
Oh, look, it's probably not something for today, but it's great to have Gil up and the AFL brass for an event here yesterday, and Gil and I have had conversations about that. We'll continue to have that, and one of the great things I think that happened last year in what was clearly a really trying and challenging year was, I think, as a competition, and the clubs with the AFL have matured to have those sort of conversations. But I'm certainly focused on what's happening out on the SCG on Saturday, and in speaking to the AFL and speaking to Gil, so is he. He's really excited about the direction of footy in Sydney.
Talking in the direction of the game, where are your thoughts on how the bump is being adjudicated? Would you advise your squad to tackle or on the side of caution in that?
I reckon if I walked out on the ground now and started coaching, I might get hooked off pretty quickly. But in all seriousness, the game's evolved, and the game has to evolve and has needed to evolve. And history tells me that over the journey, the players adjust. Look, there's a lot of interest in it, and clearly there was a lot of interest around the Dangerfield suspension. And I think we all know that if there's head injury in a game, there will be consequences for that, and I think that's the right thing.
I know it's only been one round. Are you excited how the game as a whole is looking with the other rule changes?
Yeah, I like it. I do like it. As I sort of alluded to before, I'm not one to typically get outraged with rule changes and those sorts of things, but I certainly liked the high scoring element of it. I think even watching last night's game, it highlights the fact that in defence you still need to win your one-on-one contest, which is that's one of the pure aspects of the game. And I can guarantee you the games in round 23 will look different to the games in round 1. It always happens that way, but it's pretty clear that the sentiment of AFL fans around the country at the moment is the game's looking good, and I'm certainly a subscriber to that.